so bad, but I guess it looks a little bit Chef Boyardee-ish. Today is my third day of dinner using this fancy thing right here. But, okay, so truthfully, I have a little problem. I haven't gone grocery shopping in a really long time. I don't remember the last time I went, but we haven't really gone because yesterday, like I mentioned, we bought a crap ton of ribs. And then on top of that, Tao and I went to Wisconsin a couple weeks ago, and then they butchered a pig, so we have like all this pork, and I've been really bad about eating my veggies because, you know, there's like all this, I have so much protein in my house, and I still have chickens from my 30-day that I didn't eat because my mom wouldn't let me eat chicken for the first week, really like the first 2 weeks, because she said that since I had a C-section, she wasn't gonna let me, so she like slaughtered so many other, like I was only allowed to eat birds apparently because chickens, something on the incision, things don't work out, they claim. So I always have spaghetti in my fridge. If you watch my pantry tour, you know that I always have spaghetti in my fridge or in my pantry. The only bummer is that I don't have any cheese, any like Parmesan cheese or mozzarella cheese or anything, so that kind of sucks. It's probably been about, I don't know, more than 5 minutes, less than 10. And now it's starting to boil a little bit, just a little bit. It's not rapidly boiling like you would normally want a pasta water to be, but this is probably all we're gonna get. So we're gonna throw in the pasta, and I'm just gonna do rigatoni. I'm not gonna do spaghetti. It's kind of boil we got going on, and I didn't put a lot of water because I'm hoping I don't have to like strain it out or anything. Some little bit of salt. So it's been about 8 or 9 minutes. I'm going to cut this pasta noodle to see how done it is. Pretty salty. I think it's good. You can see here that there's still a little bit of the white ring, and you don't want it fully cooked because you're doing it in one pot and it's going to continue to cook while you throw the sauce in. There's still quite a bit of pasta water in here, but I'm just going to keep it because this sauce is super thick. So I added about half of the sauce, and then I'm going to put in some frozen meatballs and let that cook a little more too. I just stirred it all up together, and honestly, I probably should have taken out a little bit of pasta water because it looks like I'm making minestrone soup now. I don't know. A lot of my cooking in the kitchen is just trial and error. But see, I think this is why I don't like one pot pastas, because it's really tricky to get like your pasta cooked at the right time because it's gonna continue to cook and you don't want to have to like strain it or anything, right? So then I probably have overcooked my pasta now. There is still a little bit of a ring, so maybe there's still hope. But the ring of pasta, uncooked pasta, compared to the amount of liquid that's in here, the liquid to pasta ratio might be a little off now. So it definitely looks like I'm making minestrone soup. I guess I could convert this into minestrone soup. I have some little veggies, and it's really just a tomato base with some noodles in it, right? Yeah, one pot pasta is just not my thing. Why is it even a thing? I don't get it. I guess I could have thought this through a little bit better. I probably should have just thrown everything in together all at once instead of trying to boil the noodles first. You know, what's nice is this is better than a crock pot. It's not like, because a crock pot just slow cooks, right? But this, I think you really could, like, I think the temperatures get higher, so you can actually get like a boil out of it. You can actually get like probably a sear out of it if you want to like cook ground meat in here. All right, there's still a lot of soup in here. Let's try a noodle. Ah, I'm a total punk. I'm a super punk when it comes to hot stuff. It's all gone. This is like the perfect noodle now. But it's not the perfect sauce. It does seem the meatball is a good temperature. I'm gonna put the rest of the spaghetti sauce in there. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna eat this, and then I think I'm gonna boil more noodles later and throw it in here. So since this is more like soupy, I'm gonna use a ladle, unfortunately, instead of tongs, which I would normally use to serve pasta. You know, it doesn't look so bad, but I guess it looks a little bit Chef Boyardee-ish. Yeah, it looks a little bit Chef Boyardee-ish, but it's okay. I mean, nothing was made from scratch anyways. And today, it's only gonna be me because Tao is still working, which is fine, and baby is actually sleeping in his swing. Chef Boyardee-ish. I wish I had some cheese. I love mozzarella cheese. I actually bought this rigatoni to make like baked rigatoni, and oh my god, it's so delicious. But then last time I actually did go grocery shopping, they didn't have any ricotta cheese. It was sold out. I don't know why, but they didn't have any ricotta cheese. So then I decided to hold off on that, but I wanted to make. That's what I initially wanted to make. It's pretty good. Even for a one-pot pasta dish. Tao and I really love like leftover red sauce stuff, so like pizza, spaghetti. We really like leftovers, so I think it's okay if I just boil some noodles and toss that in there later. We could eat it for breakfast. During COVID, I really upped my pasta game and learned a little bit more about pasta and how to make not only Hmong food. I don't mind eating pre-made meatballs. I think they're okay. It's time over taste. But I also hate it when I go to an Italian restaurant and like a meatball costs like $4 or $5. But really, I mean, I know they're like bigger sized meatballs, but I feel like, dang, meatballs are so expensive. Meatballs are expensive, I think. I don't know. I feel like $1 a meatball is already... I think they're expensive. Because like you have like all this pasta, right? And I want to eat a chunk of meatball with every single bite. But then I feel like my meatball is not enough. I like a 1-to-1 ratio meatball and pasta. Yeah, during COVID, I really upped my pasta game. I learned how to make pasta sauce from scratch. Actually, a couple years ago, I had a tomato plant. And I produced a lot of tomatoes that year. So then I learned how to can tomatoes. And then I also learned how to really up my game with making pasta without a red sauce. the beauty of like butter and pasta noodles. All right, last meatball. I'll see you guys tomorrow.